Hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to read a book. The second book I'm going to read is called In the Past. And I'm going to let you know ahead of time that some of these words are really hard for me to say because they're big words and they're dinosaur names and they're not names that you normally say and they sound different than you normally sound them out. So like some of the sounds don't make the sounds you think they make. And so I'm going to try my very, very best. But the one thing I want you to remember is that sometimes you have to practice in order to get really good. So this is only the second time I've ever read this book. I think it was last year we had what was called March Madness, and we all read books, and we picked one that we really liked. And this was one of the books in the March Madness. So this was one of the books that we actually read. So here's the front of it, In the Past. And it is written by David Elliott and illustrated by Matthew Trueman. Now, I will tell you it's a collection of poetry. So poetry is like a bunch of rhyming stuff. Now, not all poems rhyme, but in this case, hopefully they will. Trilobite, so many of you so long ago, so much above you, little below. Now you lie hidden deep in a clock, uncountable ticks silenced by rocks. So there it is, a trilobite. Now these are all different during different periods. So that one was during the Cambrian period, and this one is during the Ordovician period. All right, Astropus. No jaws, no fins, only 6 inches long. One note at the beginning of a never-ending song. Kind of looks like a fish. I'm not sure where it lives. I'm guessing underwater, but I can't really tell. Eurypterus. Curious, bored, or desperate for warm sun? On your armored back, some say you were among the first to leave the ocean and touch the wet black earth. We're glad you did, for what it's worth. All right, so this one kind of reminds me of something you see at the beach. So when you see it, I think you'll know what it looks like. And this was from the Silurian period. Kind of looks like a lobster or a crab, or maybe a scorpion too. It's kind of neat. So they think it was the first one to touch the earth. A Dunkleosteus. You weren't picky when it came to diet. If you lived in the ocean, you would try it. Which leads me to raise this delicate question. Is your face an unhappy result of indigestion? And he's from the Devonian period. He does not look like a happy camper. He looks angry, like a really mad dad. That's what it reminds me of. This one's so funny because his name does not match his body. Meganeura. No birds yet, only you in the sky. Meganeuraopsis permania, a giant dragonfly. And then, so these are both from the Carboniferous period. And this next one is called an Anthropolora. Bad news, like a centipede, 8 feet long or more. Good news, Anthropolora was a herbivore. So, this one is like a giant dragonfly. And this one kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, like a caterpillar or something. It's kind of funny. All right, these are from the Permian period. Dimetron, you might have been a carnivore, but you were not a dinosaur. You and yours came long before. Factual, but I've a hunch. It made no difference to your lunch. Ooh, 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 this one's scary. He's got big, scary teeth. Euroraptor, one of the great grandfathers, one of nature's little jokes, one of those acorns that produce mighty oaks. Oh my. This guy is so small. He kind of looks like a mini velociraptor slash T-Rex. Look at how tiny he is. He's smaller than grasshoppers. And he was from the Triassic period. All right, these two are from the Jurassic period. So just like in Jurassic Park. Dilophosaurus, blessed with a crest. Stegosaurus, your brain is the size of a walnut, your bulk immense, which proves there's some things more to life than just intelligence. All right, so the Dilophosaurus is right here, and the Stegosaurus is right here. He has a funny head. Apatosaurus. They change your name from thunder to deceptive. Some liked it, some were not receptive. Whatever name they call you, it's only nomenclature. No single word would describe you. Great wonderment of nature. I guess that's nomenclature. And he's also from the Jurassic period. He has funny teeth. I like his teeth. Look at his teeth. He's kind of got a little overbite. He's very big. He reminds me of a brachiosaurus almost. I would guess by the shape of his teeth that he was not a meat eater. His teeth were flat, just like some of our teeth are flat. But we're omnivores, which means we eat meat and vegetables. But this particular dinosaur was more than likely a vegetarian, meaning he only ate vegetables. Brachytrachelopan. Your neck is too short, your tail is too long. Somehow you're put together all wrong. And that name, you should renounce it. It takes a genius to pronounce it. Yes, it does. You're meeting her. No, I'm just kidding. All right, this one is also from the Jurassic period. We have a lot of dinosaurs from the Jurassic period. So he has a really short neck. He reminds me, if you guys have never seen it, The Land Before Time, there's a dinosaur on there called Littlefoot. And at the beginning, I think at the beginning of that story, he kind of looks like this. Oh, this one is creepy. Yo Tyrannus, your discovery in China created quite a stir. Could dinosaurs be feathered? They could. You were. The proof is in the rocks, those impressions that surrounded you. I imagine they were tickled the moment they found you. He is from the Cretaceous period, and he is very, very creepy. I do not like him. I mean, he's okay if you like scary things, but he looks like he might eat you. Like if he saw me, he might eat me. Thank you. All right, this one's a little hard. Quetzalcoatlus, unrepentant carnivore, largest of all flying things. How the timid must have trembled in the shadows of your wings. And he was also from the Cretaceous period. He looks like one of our dinosaurs from How Dinosaurs Say, or no, what was the name of that book? Dinosaurs Before Dawn. How Dinosaurs Say Goodnight. No, that was a different book. He doesn't look like any of those. Tyrannosaurus Rex. I bet all of you know who that is. I actually read a book about a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and we read it in our Dinosaurs Before Dark book about Tyrannosaurus Rex, and we drew a picture of one. Rest in peace, old meat eater. No list would be complete without you. Tyrant, king, you thought if you could live, you thought if you could think, you'd live forever. The great T-Rex would never die, but even kings are vanquished when stars fall from the sky. So here we go. And I think they're saying a meteor shower might have killed them. So it came down. Titanoboa and Carbonimus. That's what we're going to go with. The largest snake that lived on the earth. You weighed a ton at 3-foot girth. So girth is like how big around something is. So like my McDonald's cup probably is like maybe 2-inch girth at the bottom. So the girth is how big around something is, okay? So let me start that one again. The largest snake that lived on the earth, you weighed a ton, a 3-foot girth. Your length, not short of marvelous. And then there was I'm sorry. I'm guessing carbonimus, with whom you shared a habitat. It frightens me to think of that. Okay, so this one reminds me of something as well. These are from the Paleogene period. So we have a snake-looking creature, and then we have a turtle-looking creature. Whoops. Take the sleeve off there. So see, he kind of looks like a turtle. The other one definitely looks like a snake. Megalodon. We think of you as heartless. We were wrong. Of hearts, you had 100 sharp. You had hundreds sharp and 7 inches long. I wonder what they're talking about. Of hearts, you had 100s sharp and 7 inches long. All right, I'm going to show you the picture, and then I'm going to tell you what they mean by that. So look at this. I want you guys to take a look. Imagine that there is a line around that. It almost looks like a heart. I could go whoop and then boop. That's creepy. They don't really have hundreds of hearts. They have hundreds of teeth. Smilodon. No compassion, no tolerance, no mercy, no pity, and definitely no here, kitty, kitty. Megatherium rhymes with delirium, appropriate it seems, since you and all those like you are stuffed of mega dreams. All right, so these were from the Neogen period. The Smilodon doesn't look very smiley to me. And he looks like a sloth, maybe? It's kind of cool. Mammothus. You're like a modern cousin. Your memory is good. What then, shaggy one, would you remember if you could? White moonlight shining on the herd, the hard and driving rain, or the scent of danger on the frozen plain? And these are from the Quaternary period. And he's going to look familiar, but he's kind of like a woolly mammoth, which is probably like his nickname, like woolly mammoth. All right, so that's the end. And on the back, there are facts about the animals. I'm not going to read those right now because this has already been a 13-minute long video, and I don't want to hold you guys up. But if you have any questions about any of those dinosaurs, you're more than welcome to send me a message and let me know what they are. I'd be happy to share them with you. Now, your job is to brush your teeth today. You know why? Because I want them to be shiny. And I want you to be able to eat stuff. And I want you to be able to enjoy your food. Whether it be a vegetable or maybe a piece of meat. Or any of that stuff. Or a piece of popcorn. And also I want you to floss. I know this book didn't really have to do with dental hygiene, but I wanted to remind you of those things. I hope you guys have a great day. I will be out for the rest of the day because I am taking my boys on a surprise field trip. So I hope you guys have a good one. Peace. Love you.